that outfit on daytime TV in our first season. This was season 1 of our show. I cannot believe this outfit. This is messy. Wow. What a messy show. Iced tea and cocoa. Trust me, the cocoa thing is really interesting. They're looking for somebody, a body double, as if you can double that body. Out in Vegas. It's really good. Anyway, no, I could do it up here, but in case you haven't noticed, I told you. I told you I'm shaped like the letter P. Fashion is very subjective. I think that Suzanne's pants are very ugly. I'm sorry, Suzanne. I'm sorry, Suzanne. Don't go home. I'm sorry. I love this outfit. The only thing about it is that I hate orange and black together when it's not Halloween. That's my only thing.
Hi, Wendy. My name is Vanessa. How are you doing?
Happy Halloween.
Oh.
Happy Halloween.
Oh, look. But it's melon.
No, I get it.
Okay, fine, yeah.
Do you remember the fight at Whip nightclub here in New York where Chris Brown and Drake famously fought over Rihanna? And we just kind of never thought... Oh. But at least he's sober. Oh, he is channeling Sinbad. You know what I mean? Well, they finally squashed their beef, and we have the proof because they were spotted in the studio. They're working on music together. Aww. Yeah. Drake informed Chris that he and Rihanna, that wasn't a serious thing. Allegedly, he told Chris, and I never thought it was a serious thing either. Like, I don't think anybody but Chris has been serious about Rihanna, because Rihanna, you know, and don't take this the wrong way, but just as an observational observation, Rihanna is like, you did it, you hit the skins and scram. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Well, I didn't make that up. She puts it out there, like Rihanna is not girlfriend material. Am I wrong? Rihanna's the kind of girl, you know, she's hot, she's sexy, you do her, then you take your penicillin. Let me get out of this while I can. Come on, let's move on. Rihanna's got a new man. Who cares? No, for real, though. The finale of American Idol happens tonight at 8 o'clock on Fox, and, of course, Jennifer Lopez and that performance. Jennifer Lopez, who's going to be performing tonight, is not a good singer. But... That's not a secret. Hello? But what she does have, thank God they have all those buttons in the studio to make her sound decent. But what she has over singing is she's got an interesting aura and a great personality. And that's why we revere her. And while Jennifer is performing, remember, we talked about this, or at least in my head we did. We're going to be watching the TV with binoculars so we can see Mariah's reaction as Jennifer performs. Oscar-nominated actress Naomi Watts, you know, she's 44 years old, and she's speaking out about plastic surgery. But Naomi goes on in this particular passage that I was reading to you from to say that she doesn't want to be frozen like some of the actresses that look freakish, you know, plastic surgery and whatnot. Now, you know she's besties with Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman hasn't had an expression since 1955. Hasselbeck, you know, is no longer with The View. She's over at Fox and Friends, and she's on vacation. But she took time from her vacation to call Fox and Friends to basically bash Rosie. Okay, I want you to listen to Hasselbeck crow on.
To have such ease the day of Barbara's goodbye show was shocking to me. She walked around with a lot of control. And then when I had the chance to talk to her, Rosie herself told me on set, while we were mic'd up, that she produced the reunion show to have everybody together, and it was her idea. Ooh. Now, would you think that the woman who left the way that she did would be producing Barbara's Goodbye show? Here's the shocker. It was actually her hello show.
There is nothing like white shade. And so when Barbara, remember when she had all the former co-hosts together for her last day, what Hasselbeck was saying is that Rosie produced it. And guess what? I happen to believe that. I don't know that for a fact, but I believe it, and it's brilliant. So Rosie was there. Hasselbeck was probably pissed because if Hasselbeck knew that Rosie produced it, Hasselbeck probably wouldn't have shown up. Because even though the beef between Hasselbeck and Rosie is as old as 2007, Hasselbeck apparently still hasn't gotten over it. Yes! And so, only reason why, again, Hasselbeck is pissed is because she couldn't pull a caper like that. He's not going to jail because he was unfaithful. He's going to jail because he committed fraud. Clap if you would stay. Well, girl, you're a better woman than most. Wow. But that's what we do here. We say it like we mean it. So I appreciate you standing alone in your conviction. Any wiggy, particularly a lace front wiggy, understands this is as phony as a $3 bill. Look, the follicles are too big and dark. You know what this probably is? Probably like a mustache. Like if it's a face to the side, then the eyes would be right here and the chin's down there. This is like a mustache, and she just stuck it up there to be provocative and get us talking. So she's provoking and we're talking. I guess it works. She's an artist. She's supposed to be doing things like that. She gets us talking, but it is still desperate. But that's our girl, desperately seeking Susan. By the way, do you all like hairy armpits? No. Any of the boys in the audience, any of the men, do you like a hairy armpit? No. Oh, a couple of you like it? Okay. I can't stand it. I don't like hair anywhere but on my head. Jessica Simpson and her fiancé got married over the weekend. But I hear you in your head. Wendy, get to it. Did her father, Joe, show up to the wedding? Yeah. Yes, he did. But he officiated the wedding. Remember, her dad was a minister before becoming her full-time father, and now a man of leisure. He was leisuring, though. It's there in Santa Barbara, preparing for the wedding. You know, he was spotted at the pool with his 21-year-old model friend, Jonathan Keith. All right. He's previously denied any sort of relationship with Jonathan. Joe says that he's Jonathan's manager, so we have to just go with that story. They go away on business trips. Remember, we showed you before. Show them on another business trip. Wait, can you see? Wait, hold on. Should I move my chair? Can you see? Okay. I was about to move my chair. I need you to see. There's Jonathan laying in the sand and Joe luxuriating over him. So, Beyonce's sloppy father. Allegedly got another woman knocked up 4 years ago. Well, hold on, because the other one's 4 too, which means get toe, Sloppy. Get toe. Sloppy Matthew had 2 women pregnant at the same time. And the lines are blurry as to whether he was still allegedly pregnant at the same time. The lawyer lady pressed the alleged button. Sorry. In my prompter. Look. You are going to gag when you see what Matthew laid down with. I'm not judging, I'm just judging. Go. By the way, there are at least 25 pictures on the internet of Takoya, and each one she's splitting or on her hands and knees. There's one where she's laying on her back and her feet are in the air like this, and all you see are private parts. Okay, and there are like 25 pictures. Look her up, Takoya. Wait. Yes, yes. You won't believe how Takoya met Matthew. Takoya is good friends with Solange. Who would you... Oh, Beyonce. Your daddy is sloppy and ghetto. Ugh. Matthew is a nice-looking man after he uses his pressed powder. I mean, ooh, that's a good-looking man. Damn it, man. Now, is he ever getting out of jail?
Well,
is he in jail for the rest of his life?
I think he's got several more years to serve.
Gee, well, keep moisturizing. Radar Online did an exclusive with the ex-boyfriend of one of the Simpson girls.
Sydney Simpson.
Sydney Simpson. She looks a lot like Khloe Kardashian, doesn't she? Just saying. Khloe Kardashian's biological father has always been in question. You've heard this story. Many of us think that it might be O.J. Simpson, and I've even joked Khloe, you know, would be a perfect name. Did you see that lady they just showed? Oh, they got a good shot of you, girl. I'm going home.